Hello and welcome. This is Brad Waller in my 1967 Chevelle talking to you, and my phone's in a different position because my mount just isn't sticking, isn't working. So I actually have the phone taped to my speedometer. So right now I can't tell how fast I'm going, but it doesn't matter because I'm on slow city streets. I gotta move my hand here to make a turn. Hopefully the lens flare will go away, but might actually be a more steady mount because it's hard against the car. It's not going to be on an articulated arm that's going to be bouncing or anything like that. So this is not a permanent solution by any means. I'm never going to be leaving it here. But remember I talked about magnets before, and I don't even remember where I left that magnet I was going to show you. Hold on, let me make my turn. Don't want to be too distracted. Talking and driving at the same time isn't a big deal, but thought I stuck the magnet to my seatbelt, but I can't find it. So I'm going to have to figure out how to talk and search for a magnet and drive at the same time. Although I'm stopped. There it is. So this is an example of a magnet from a disk drive. So you can see it's mounted there, but that little arc, this thing here, that is a super strong magnet. You know, that's not magnetic. Interesting enough, the steering wheel doesn't have magnetic in it, but you know, stick it to my dashboard, which is magnetic. And so that's the idea, is that would be stuck to the top along there somewhere, and I can move the mount anywhere I want. So, little magnet, should work all right. Otherwise, it's middle of the week, busy day. I'm still catching up from Travels and Affiliates Summit. Big news for me family-wise. My daughter is actually a senior in high school, and this last weekend we went and visited her number one choice for college that she has already been accepted to, the University of Northern Colorado. It's in Greeley, about an hour north of Denver. And so we visited. It was around freezing. There was snow on the ground, so she got to at least see what it's like. You know, she's been in the cold before, but we are Californians, and she's never lived full time in cold weather. But she spent a couple days in cold weather, got to tour the campus, meet students, see what things were like, and she was happy. She liked it. So, thumbs up. She is happy to attend, and so that's it. We're done. No more searching, no more applications, no more anything else. But the next step is looking into financial aid. You know, their first run through, being Californians, we're not, you know, wealthy by any means, but compared to the rest of the country, they look at our income levels and go, oh, okay, you don't need any aid. So first cut, need-based. There is no financial aid coming from the school. Have to look into it more, see what we can do. But an income that makes you, an average wage earner in California is far better than your average wage owner in Colorado. So a house that costs $1 million here costs a few $100,000 there. So your mortgage and everything else that it takes to live in a average nice house, you know, takes a lot more here. So they don't look at our expenses. They just kind of look at income compared to everybody else and go, all right, you don't need any aid. So we're having to deal with that. But that's the next thing. And there's another thing for those of you in the western states. There's something called the Western University Exchange. They call it the WUI. And if you live in any of the western states that participate and go to a school that participates, you can get cheaper tuition. It's not in-state tuition, but it's not out-of-state tuition. It's sort of something that's halfway between. So you can get tuition that is reasonable. It's something on the order of 50% higher than the in-state tuition. So you get a little bit of both worlds that way. So that's it. That's for me and my magnet. Alrighty, bye.